Hello, my name is Lidmimi Strobel and welcome to episode 5 of my Enigmatica 2 series here on the FTOG server. And today we're actually gonna do some modded stuff. Yeah, believe it or not. If you're wondering what happened to my armor, it's invisible. I can decide whether or not to show it, or I can put something else here if I want. I don't want to see it. I don't have to see it. So, welcome to Botania. Now, I suspect most of you have done Botania in the past, one time or another. Um, and I think I'm going to run through this a little bit, but also let me know what you think, right? Do you feel that, I should be going in depth here, or do you think, just run through it because you already know the mods anyway? Let me know. Um, I'll just kind of sort of do it in a pace that I think is a good one. And it has a chapter, so we're actually going to do some quests today. We're going to read this bit, blah, 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 blah. You can pause and read if you want to. Yes, we read it, and we get a Lexica Botania and some floral fertilizer. I actually already have a Lexica Botania. I should claim it, otherwise I won't get it. I actually already have it. So, actually we should get it and we should open it. And it says, welcome to Botania. And you read this and it tells us a lot of stuff and it says, oh, hey, if you want to know more, good. Then look at the video. Well, more importantly, we can look up things here that, if you have any doubts. Now, I went through the world and I found a lot of stuff. I found a lot of these pretty mystical flowers. And there are 16 colors, like most things in Minecraft. So I set up the drawers to have 16 columns, one for each petal, sort of flower, then the petal, and if you want dye, and that's what I've been using in the past to make, for example, black dye, you use the petal and you grind the petal to be dye. Actually, I used one of those on my Dunk Null because I upgraded it from the diamond one, which has 3000 items per slot, to the emerald one, which has more than 3000 items per slot. So, yeah, you might see a bunch of people yapping in chat about cats or about the Tinker's portly gentleman trait, which I will look into at some point. If you haven't found enough of the flowers, you can use a floral fertilizer to grow some flowers. And floral fertilizer is very easy to make. It's just four dyes. They don't have to be the same. You can use any of these, or the vanilla dandelion and rose red. Then you have to have 2 and 2 with some bone meal. But really, this is the only purpose: is to make flowers, which is really pretty. But that's it. So there's no point in holding on to it. Might as well use it. Why not? I think I'm actually gonna leave the flowers here. So, yeah, it looks pretty. I like that. So, now, the questbook probably wants us to make the white pure daisy, right? So, to make a pure daisy, though, we need some cobblestone. Let's grab some cobblestone. See, I've also been digging, I've been mining. I've used a lot of marble. Hello? Yeah, I thought so. You're messing with me. I use a lot of marble. Weird. And I dug up a lot more because I started a building over there for environmental tech. I should also get my crafting table, and we're gonna need a petal to make the petal apothecary. Now this allows us to make special flowers from Botania, and I'm going to interesting, that's also a quest. Oh, it's the other direction, but without this one you can't do that one. So that's a bit weird. Anyway, we'll claim them. Oh, actually I should check what the reward is, because maybe it saves me making some. No, I just get experience. Okay, I can claim it, that's fine. I just don't want to open any loot crates right now. Now I'm gonna place it here, and I need some form of water. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some terracotta that I found. Yeah, see, it's a bit glitchy. Sometimes it goes back to, it goes to a different layout. I don't know what it's doing there. Anyway, terracotta. I want some iron ingots, and I want my bucket of water. Because we can make a cooking for blockhead sink. Now, cooking for blockheads, we'll get there at some point. As you can see, I've been looking at what food we should be making here. These foods have all of the 5 nutrients. You know, I've been keeping up with that as much as I can, trying to keep them fairly high. The next one I need is vegetable. I still need more dairy as well. Anyway, just quickly, I made I made the sink. You know, rewind the video if you missed it. Basically, this is the simplest water source. You can just always click into the bucket and you know, it's the source. You can also use conduits or conducts or anything of piping to pipe fluids out of it, and that's how we're going to fill the apothecary. Let's see, I have some white flowers. I don't want to use all those. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some bone meal. And, well, bones. I got these from the nether. I'm pretty sure I did that on camera. But in case I didn't, also I should fill this up. And again, and maybe I should put one here. That's not a bad idea. And this pack has Draconic Evolution, which means we can just hang items on blocks pressing P, which, yeah, is pretty cool. The bone blocks I got from the nether, each of those are 9 bone meal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 1 mystical white petal. You see it glimmering here. I will bone it and we'll get a tall flower. Now, if you break these, it's gone. You need shears to harvest it. You get the tall flower. Tall flower gives you 4 mystical petals. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We break these. We get 16 mystical petals. So from 1, we went to 16 with the use of 5 bone meal. This is definitely the easiest way to get petals. And I want to keep some of these flowers for later, because I want to make floating flowers, and for floating flowers you need to have the actual Botania flowers. Now, how to make a seed in the case of the pure daisy, and everything is in JI, right? So it will just tell you that if you put 4 white petals or shimmering mushrooms in the petal apothecary, you will get a pure daisy. It is missing one fact, and that is that you need a seed. You just throw them in with Q, and you can see them hovering in the water, and you can see it's going to give me the pure daisy with a seed. And any type of seed does work. It showed me the vanilla, but or the wheat seed. But yeah, you saw that the beetroot seed also worked. For now, I'm gonna put it here on on some grass. That's nice. Okay, the pure daisy is what transforms wood and stone into living wood and living rock. So let me grab a stack of, yeah, I've got 3 times 64 stacks. No, how much? Wait. 3 times, oh sorry, 3 stacks of saplings, 33, I can talk English, 33 stacks of. So if we place wood around here, you can see nice white sparkles. We also place stone, and not cobblestone, but actual stone. I think marble may work, and some other stones do work. And it's going to take a minute and convert. Right. Now the next thing we need, let's see what it's going to give us here. It's going to give us a loot chest, which we'll claim later. We want to make living rock and living wood, then we can make a mana pool, and we can make a mana spreader, and then we can make some endo flames to make mana. Well, while we're waiting for that to convert. Let's do the end of flames anyway. So I want to make 4 of those. So I'm gonna get a brown, red, light gray. Through the magic of bone wheeling, we have, oh no, not, oh, that is converted, but that's fine. So water in there, 2 brown, 1 gray, 1 red, 1 seed. We do that again, and now it tells us if we have an empty hand, we can just right click it, and yes, throw in a seed, and it will do the recipe again. Fill it with water. Somehow I can't click against that block, that's a bit weird. Maybe because of the chisel. Right click with an empty hand, throw in a seed. And I need 1 more brown. Where's that? I need, okay. Yeah, okay, oh, I'm not too late. I thought I was too late. You have to be quick enough about it. And so we have some brown, some red, some light gray to spare. We got some living rock and we got some living wood. But that's not enough. I need to do a lot more of those. Alright, we have some living wood and living rock, which I assigned these drawers for. And I'll grab the loot chest later. It now wants us to move forward to be making a mana spreader, then the one of the forest, then the mana pool as well. And actually, I want to make those as well. So, I will need 2 petals. I'm gonna go for light blue and blue. Why not? Okay, I want 3 of these. Actually, I should first make the spreader. And oh, that requires an ingot of gold, which is kind of a bit of a shame, but easy enough. And also needs a petal. So we make the spreader first. And it's using the wrong one. I wanted to use lime. Oh, it's just a bit of lag. Okay. So that's a spreader, which is a quest. And what was the forest? Let's see. Just loot chest, loot stairs, and also open crate. We'll make an open crate as well. We want an open crate, which is planks. So we need to make planks. You can't really tell the difference between the planks and the wood itself, but let's see, we do need 6 wood, okay, to make twigs, 3 twigs with 2 petals, make a one of the forest. And basically this is like the wrench for Botania. Horn of the Wild, we actually found that in a chest somewhere. So all of those are complete, and let's see, mana pool. We're gonna make a mana pool. Where's that? Right here. I don't need you right now, I just need, I'm gonna make 4 mana pools. Come on. Yes. 4 mana pools. Good. And I need to keep up with this, because I need a bunch more of the wood and living rock. Yeah, last one as well. Okay. Just keep it pressed if you have a bit of lag. And you know, there's a bunch of people on the server right now. So, yeah. 5 mana, 4 mana pools, sorry. And, you know, you were wondering, Lynn, why do you need End of Flames? Well, this is why I need End of Flames. Because they're pretty. No, actually, so Botania is about mana, which is like a source of power. And it's a liquid. This is the one from Wizardry, Foundation. Actually, I'm not sure if the liquid form exists in Botania, but it's there inside these pools. We're gonna be storing mana, and this is one of the flowers that generates mana. There's also flowers that use mana, which is what we're going to be sending up soon as well. Now, let's see. I want to have I think I want my mana spreader right here. And yes, I'm not using my silk touch because I want to level up my fortune pickaxe. So the flowers are going to be linked. They're not currently, but if we shift right click and then the mana spreader, now you can see it's linked to a mana spreader. Same with this one. We're going to link all of them. So the mana spreader itself is shooting straight ahead, which is not so useful. So we're going to direct it to one of the pools. And now, if I drop some coal onto the ground, one of them will pick it up. And it will burn. This is a End of Flame is a flower that generates mana by consuming fuels. This one picked it up. Let's throw down 3 more. So all of them, it is a bit slow. Okay, so all of them are going to generate mana and shoot it in here. And now you can see there's a lovely mana in it. Actually, you can't see. If I right click it with the mana pool, you can see there's just a slither. It's this little blue stripe. However, it may be enough to infuse some materials. Well, not yet. There's the radix here. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of coal burning. And actually, I want to set up some automation here, for which I have brought some things with me here. Let's see, set is, for now that's enough. These are redstone receivers from RF Tools. They're quite simple, machine-based stone and gold nuggets. Then this is the transmitter, which has some redstone and a pearl. This is a receiver with some comparators, blah blah. It's not all that hard. And there's one other. Oh, here it is. This is a pressure plate from Block Craftery. Maybe you remember the old Carpenter's mod. Block Craftery kind of replaces that, although I haven't found any horizontal slanting blocks. But yeah, it has slants, it has inner slants and outer slants, and vertical walls. You can use fences from any material that you want, doors, etc. Although I think Amaryllis doors are nicer than that. These blocks are just a couple of sticks, and the pressure plate is a regular pressure plate with 2 frame blocks, gives you 2. And by default, it triggers on everything. If I put it in my crafting grid again, it triggers on mobs. I do it again, items. I do it again, players. So it's quite nice. You can make a player-only door. Now I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna get the signal from a transmitter that direction. This is now getting the signal from the pressure plate. And above here, and I need to figure out, let's see, the 3rd block up, yeah, so right there, I want to have the crate. Now the crate is nice. Basically it just drops stuff. Which it's gonna drop us coal. Let me grab this quickly because I want to make more of this stuff. So the open crate just drops whatever it has, really. It's not smart. You put something in it via a hopper, it's gonna drop it out. So like so. If I put the plate in, it's gonna drop it. Yeah. Now, so we can't really control that, but we can. Actually, let me switch to dirt for a sec. We can control the hopper. So what we're going to do is take the signal from the transmitter, send it to this receiver, which is already linked by clicking the transmitter with this receiver previously as I was testing this. And now, as soon as there's something on this pressure plate, the hopper will be locked, which I can demonstrate. Actually, I can just drop some living rock in here. The first one will drop. Second one is slightly delayed, actually, I think. Yeah, so now it's locked until they're being picked up, for example, by me. But you can see, yeah, it's a bit slow, but it's okay. So it's gonna drop too all the time. Now the reason I like this pressure plate is I can mask it and make it look like part of the floor. I'll put my block of coal in there and it's gonna drop too, but now it's gonna leave them and it's not gonna drop anymore. And when these flowers have consumed the previous block, which takes a while, it takes quite a while to consume them. And this takes quite a while to transmit all the mana from the flowers to the pool. But once it's done, it's gonna grab another block. Okay, so what is it I wanted to do? I want to get some mana steel. Actually, I want to get a bunch of mana steel. Let's see, I want to have 4, 8, 10. Yeah. Ah, we're out of power. Okay. Come on, give me back. So I need to generate more mana, and I need to get more of this material. One thing I can make now, and that is the splitter. I'm not quite sure if that's a quest, but I'm gonna make it anyway. And what this does is it will receive mana, and it will send it to all of the surrounding pools. So now the mana spread is going to point into the splitter, and you will see the other 3 pools starting to gain mana as well, which is nice. Okay, I got a bit tired of waiting, so I created some more mana spreaders. Each of these now is linked. You can actually see if I hover over the endo flame that one of the spreaders lights up, and when I hover over the spreader, the splitter lights up. So see, that one is still getting mana, or yeah, it's rather slow in processing those blocks of coal. And in fact, I decided to take them out and use regular coal. Right, because I'm afraid that the blocks will despawn before they are ready to be picked up. But I do now have 8 mana steel, and I think I forgot something else, which is 1 gold and 1 iron, but that's okay. Now we can make, first of all, a mana lens. What, you don't just pick any type of glass pane? Wow. Okay, that's a bit weird. Okay, then we'll just take a piece of glass and 4 of these. Make a mana lens. Mana lenses, we're gonna make more later, but this one is gonna be the lens for magnetizing. And if we wear this ring of magnetization, which is a bubble, then, you know, the things that we break will come to us. I need to wear this bubble, otherwise it won't work. As the ring, is that the ring? That's the ring slot. So this has to go somewhere else. Oh yeah, I found the climbing gloves and a void charm, which is quite interesting. So this I'm gonna disable for now because there's no chance of me falling in the void here. The gloves are good, but you don't want to have them enabled all the time. I will show you why. But if I break wood, and yeah, it's gonna come fly to me, which is quite cool. I also, no, I think I already told you about the ender lilies. So what is so good about the climbing gloves? Let me come down here for a moment. Stop bouncing. Is if the gloves are enabled, right click to switch it on. Any surface becomes letters. I can just climb the surface like they're letters. Right? Pretty cool. It works on any surface. I don't have to jump. I can just climb up these stairs. Okay, not as useful on stairs. But if, for example, I go to my area here and I want to continue work on the top floor and I don't have stairs yet, I can just scale the wall like this, which is pretty cool. The downside is that quite often as you're trying to enter a door, you actually, you know, I don't want to climb up the wall. See? So, yeah, by default, I have it disabled. So that was one. Oh yes, of course. Now I need to take up a magnet when I get here, because it will grab all the coal. Now there is a flower, a functional flower. So this is a generating flower, of which there are many types, and I think the book wants us to make some of them. And some of them are pretty cool. There's a flower that generates mana from eating cake. There's a flower that eats mana from eating, well, generally food, but it wants different types of food all the time. There's one that generates mana based from your XP, one from TNT explosions. Yeah, it's all pretty cool. But this is by far the easiest one, and it's what people usually start with. And then there's the functional flora, the functional flowers, and I think the book actually wants us to make a bunch of those. Let's see, these are the generating flowers. Thermally, think takes lava. Narcissus eats slimes that spawn in a world. Gormurus eats just any food. The Kekirmurus wants cake. Munchu, I think, leaves of trees, and the Entropinium eats TNT explosions, which is cool because it negates the explosion, but you have to make sure it's timed correctly because you want to wait until the flower is ready to accept the next one. Otherwise your explosion will just destroy your base. And then these are somewhat functional. A hopper hawk is like a vacuum hopper, picks up items from around into neighboring inventory. Clay cognac can give you clay from sand. I'm not entirely sure what the amaranthus does. The Magnolia, I think, is the one that negates my magnet. Lunium gives you mob drops random, which is pretty... Well, actually, in this version, it may spawn the mobs. I'm not entirely sure. Bellthorn, I think, kills mobs. Orchid will convert stone into random ores. And Orchid Ignum, I don't know. Like, I mean, it did give us the book, right? We can look it up if we go to the index or kit. No, okay. Then let's go to functional flora. See if we can find it here. Pretty sure the orchid should be here as well, which is interesting. Introduction to function. Yes, it's gonna consume mana. Exoflame gives heat. Fallen Canate gives you regen, I think. Jade Amaranthus places more of those Botania flowers. Yeah, Solagnolia, that negates your ring, which is good around an area like this. But the orchid is not in here, which is kind of interesting. It is the Botania. Does it tell me? Yeah, it converts stone, and this one converts netherrack into nether ores, which is also very nice. Oh, sorry about that. I'm surprised that one said, well, maybe. I know some of them might be locked until I get through the elfen portal, or open the elfen portal and go through it. Now, I don't like having bits of grass in my base, if I'm quite frank. So, I'm gonna take some, let's take 8 grass, and I'm gonna toss them in here, and it's gonna make a pasture seed. Yes, it made 2 pasture seeds, and then we were out of mana. Let's see if we have enough here. Nope. Give. Okay. Did I lose one, or did one of you eat? Oh no, it's here. Come on. I thought maybe one of those ate it. Okay, 8 pasture seeds. I also now want, well, let's make 10 shimmering flowers. Let's see, lime I have a lot of. So I'm gonna combine a flower with 2 glowstone to give me the glimmering flower. And then I'm gonna take 5 dirt, and in my crafting table, glimmering and pasture seed and dirt gives me floating flowers. So I have 5 floating flowers. Actually, I should probably take out the coal for now again, because I'm gonna pick up my flowers in a second. I don't like you there. So I'm gonna close off this hole again, and I'm going to combine one of my floating lime flowers with the pure daisy to make a floating pure daisy. Now let's see if I want to set up here. I think that's a nice area. Now it works the same as the previous one, but it's floating and it's pretty, and I like that. And once these have full burned out, I'm gonna do the same with the endo flames. Now doesn't that look much nicer, much cleaner? I really like the floating flowers. And yeah, we're getting a bit of mana. It's not going very fast, but it's getting there. They're all busy. You know, what we could do is make lenses for these. Lens of velocity or efficiency. I think in this case potency is what we want. Gives larger bursts. Unfortunately we can't do that yet because it needs a rune of fire. But that brings me to the following. The quest book wants us to make a runic altar, which we're actually going to need before we can make these ones, for example. Before we can progress towards some other items. I mean, we could make Menacere, Monocle, Tablet, and Sparks yet, but yeah, let's make the altar, which should not be too hard. Also, I got my Horn of the Wilds from the chest at home, so we can make we can make the other hornet one, so Horn of the Canopy. That's it. Which could be useful for our tree farm. First, for the altar, we're going to need a mana pearl and another piece of living rock, and have an altar. Now, the altar requires a spreader, well, most of the time, to power it. So I'm going to do this one here, and I'm going to point that to the altar. So this is pointing at the runic altar, and it's getting mana from these 2 pools at the moment. So now, probably wants us to make all of the runes, although it doesn't ask us. It asks us for the Sojourner's Stash, which is good for running and jumping, but I don't plan to use it. We can make it Rune of Air and Earth, not that hard. For the Hopper Hock we need the Rune of Air. And what else do we need? For the Mana Seer we don't need a rune. We can actually do that. Let's see. Oh, let me quickly harvest this so I can keep it going. There we go. 4 of those and monocle. Was that rather regular glass or was it mana glass? It's mana glass. So we take a piece of regular glass and you already guessed what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna toss it into the pool. I'm also gonna take the ingot. I need some nuggets and monocle. Now the monocle is pretty cool. You can see the bursts, and if I hold the wand you can actually see where the mana would be going even if there's no burst going on at the moment. The monocle, which is that again a bubble charm. Oh, this will always allow us to see those bursts even through walls. Hello, burst. Yes. Also, it will show us the range of flowers. In this case, the range of the end of flame is about, let's say, 7 by 7. Goes all the way up to here, and it's even more useful for functional flowers. However, I don't want to see it always, so I'm not gonna wear it always. I will keep it in. I think I'm only gonna need it in this area. And that's an easy quest. Horn of the Canopy. Actually, not too bad. I think let's do the Horn of the Canopy because I got the Horn of the Wild from I think a loot chest, but it could have been a chest in a dungeon or somewhere else. While exploring. Give me that grass. I was gonna say grass. Leaves. Any type of leaves? Yes. Horn of the Canopy. Now I'm gonna equip my magnet again. I was expecting, yes, thank you. Now, if I right click this, press down, it's gonna break all of the canopies and give me all the saplings. It's actually got quite a range to it. I only wanted to do these ones, to be honest. That's not bad. I got 16 saplings from this area, which is half of the trees I got planted. Yeah, people are doing stuffs on the server and things as well. And I leveled up the Metok, which is exactly what I wanted. And yeah, the magnet is really nice to have. I'm glad I got that. Silkworm, not so much. Oh, too high. Actually, let's just do a stack, because sniffing wood is nice to have. Okay, that's another quest done. And then I think I'm gonna have a look at the runes and collect all the materials I need for them. I think I'm gonna have most of that already. I may have to go hunt for some snow, but that's not too bad. So actually I didn't have to get snow just yet, that's only for the next tier. So there were 5 first tier runes. The earth elements, water, fire, earth and air, and then there's mana. And none of these require other runes, which is why I call them the first tier. Then if you go to the seasons, second tier, you're gonna need fire and water, you're gonna need air and earth, etc. And then in the third tier, the 7 sins, we have lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride. They require the first and the second tier runes, so that's why, yeah, I call them first, second, and third tier. Now, I will need mana dust. Any dust, basically, can be turned into mana dust by throwing it in a pool. Redstone, glowstone, um, gunpowder, dye powders, all of those, basically. So I need one for all of you and for the rune of mana. Let's first do the rune of mana, actually. That takes 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingots and a mana dust. And now it should hopefully work. Let's see. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, mana pearl, not mana dust. Oh, okay, interesting. Take you out. That means one goes in here. Stupid. I should have checked that. Now then, there's the good line. Now you can see it doesn't have enough mana yet. It's growing. You can see the small center here, the small circle, filling up with all the mana it needs. That's gonna take a while. You too? Come on. No, not getting that one. Yeah, it takes a while, and of course if you have better mana spreaders or more mana spreaders, it's gonna be faster than that. Now it's not completely done because we also need to have a piece of living rock added to the table, but that's only needed at the end. And when it is done, we will see some nice blue sparks. And now it shows you that it's ready for the living rock and the wand. And there is the first rune, the rune of mana. Now, similarly, we make a rune of, well, we make the runes with different elements. So the rune of earth requires string, a carpet, a feather, and then mana powder, mana steel. This one requires a mushroom, a block of coal, 8 blocks of coal. I don't think that's right, but we'll see. Chiseled stone. I'm pretty sure this is an error. It never requires that. And a piece of stone. This is nether brick, gunpowder, nether wart. And this is the fishing rod, sugar canes, and bone meal. And of course, those elements. Now, I need inventory space. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, it's going. Yeah, I knew it wouldn't need 8 blocks of coal. 1 was enough. And that gives us all the first tier runes, 2 of the elements and 1 of mana. That's okay, because now we can. I'm still surprised it's not a quest. Yeah, I'm thinking about sparks, but I can't get the augments yet anyway. So Terra Steel, I need a lot more mana for that. Elven Gateway, same basically. Plus I need mana steel to go there. We can have a look at the Sojourner's Sash. Air, earth, mana steel, and leather. Do I have any more mana steel left? No, I have 1 ingot left here. And of course I need some leather, which I have in here, so I have some left. I did use a few more. So Sojourner stuff, okay. Yeah, I don't plan to use this. I don't like step assists. I can jump and hover, or how do you call it, glide with my glider. So yeah, it's gonna go into the chest over there. Yeah, let's see, because I don't think I showed you. I went exploring a bit more and found some stuff which I put over here. Capturing wand and a piston scepter. You can use this to push blocks. Not so useful. Rod of elevation. If you're mining, you just click it and you know, it sends you up to the surface, which is really nice. Nothing else here. Let's see. I made wands for building. Oh yeah, shortcut. This one is now my food. I found these when exploring. This is holding my food. There's one at the Botania or outside the Botania for the building stuff. Let's see. An empty sack of holding. This one is rather useful. Because if you look at it just here, you know, whatever, just shift right click it and it's gone. And then I shift right click it back and it's back. Which is really useful. Transporting all kinds of containers. I was hoping it would pick up entities, but it doesn't work. There's another cyclic sack of holding. Sack is used on a tiny. Okay, no, sorry, this is the one. I thought it was another one. Anyway, rambling. I took this all out and put it in my dank. These crates I also found exploring, and yeah, much nicer for the space it's taking. Anyway, let's go back to Botania and let's see what else we should be focusing on. I think the hopper hog is a good one to do. It's a really funny one. Let's try hopper. Botania. Hopper hog. Oh, I need redstone wood. I need air, gray, light gray, gray, and redstone wood. That was redstone with grass. Yeah, I thought so. So 2 gray. Sorry. Oh. Light gray to gray. I don't need my wand for this. I will need a seed. So let's see. That plus that. No. Plus the other red thing. It's all red, you know. One red or the other red. And then air. Okay. Need a bit of water in here. Let's see, 2 of those. And air. Oh, no, not water. Take it out. Shift right click with an empty hand. Air. Oh, that's my air con already. And the air. A hopper hawk. Now this is pretty cool. If I put this, for example, on the chest. Oh, I need to make it floating. Let's make another shimmering flower. 1 piece of dirt. The tank nail is such a good tool. Oh. Floating flower with the hopper hawk makes it a floating hopper hawk. So if I drop any blocks near it, it should pick it up. Oh yeah, it did pick it up. See, now it's in here, which is really nice. If I take the menace here out for a moment, you can see its range. It's pretty good. And yeah, it's a vacuum hopper, which is great for mob farms and whatnot. So I was just taking a break, having dinner, taking care of my rats, and editing the video, and I noticed it's already at 50 minutes. I had no idea it was going to be that long. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind. I hope you know, if it's too long that you pause it somewhere in the middle. And yeah, I'm sorry. But anyway, this is the first Botania part. Next episode, I will try also to claim some of the loot chests because I'm really anxious to see what's in them. And let me know if you think this is the right pace, or if you want more detail, if you think like you can skip half of what you've been showing because we know everything anyway, then let me know. I don't know. Um, you're my audience. I don't know exactly. I know some of you, but not all of you. So yeah, and also let me know if this is really too long, if I need to cut it next time. And then I need to be a bit more careful during recording and maybe edit parts sooner rather than later. Anyway, that's been episode 5, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please check the link in the description for our Discord and the group information. Friends through online gaming. Uh, that's the server we're on. So, thanks for watching and take care. Bye bye.